Welcome to the Nürburgring in the Disastra. Now, update 21 provided us with a soft BOP update for all the cars, so I wanted to see what this Astra was capable of now. So what better location than to try it out at the Nürburgring? Besides a few incidents, and I do think that soft tyres may have been a better choice. Let's see how this Astra plays out. As we're coming down here now, the Audi is getting tangled up with the Mercedes, and I think Mercedes is awkwardly a little bit slower than both of me and the Audi together. So, bit of contact side by side. I get rear-ended by the Honda Civic behind me, and away we go, 1 and 2 position. Just need to make sure we get away from the Honda Civic behind, because obviously a brake pedal is non-existent in their reality. Coming around this corner now, kissing the curb on the right, onto the curb on the left, and sending it down this hill. Thankfully, actually, we're now 1.2 seconds away from the Civic behind, so we had a great exit, and we're in the slipstream of the Audi up in front. Astra has never been the fastest car on a run, but we have the slipstream working with us, and I think Oxo on toast got a penalty due to the contact they had with the Mercedes. Flat out down here now, we are going to have to lift here. I don't have the bottle to go through here flat out. I've chosen to go medium tyres because I thought medium tyres were the correct choice. The ring is 12 miles long, 8 minutes a lap, and I thought, you know, the amount of cornering and everything like that, that it would be a safe choice to go medium tyres. It does work out later on that my choices were incorrect. Coming down here now, I'm coming up to PTSD corner because the amount of times I've touched this curb and I braked and the back end just carried on going straight and overtakes me is enough to get me worried, and I brake early now. So yeah, I fixed the corner then from after the chicane, but yeah, you live and learn, don't you? Coming out of the other side, we're still 0.4 seconds away from Oxo. Thankfully, we've got a great lead away from position 3, which is 4.4 seconds away. Coming down here now, touch of the brakes down the third gear, down the second, turning in. Could have gone through a little bit quicker. I'm not planning on battling Oxo. The idea is that we work together and try and get away from the cars behind. There's no point battling. We have another 2 laps after this to go. So I'd rather create a good stale lead away from the car. Whoop. And this is one of my first incidences I managed to have by myself. Overreacting to a situation did create this, what I have now. I thought the back end was stepping out a lot more than what it did. Overreacted, and away we go. Just don't know. I just didn't feel massively comfortable. It took me a little bit to settle in with this car and the tune I have on it at the moment. Braking down now, down the third gear, kissing the curb, onto the curb on the right. There we go, straightens you out. Braking for this part now. It's kind of funky, this corner. Is it better in second or third gear? I wasn't too sure. Second gear seemed to be give me the initial push. Now I'm 2.1 seconds away from Oxo up in front, and annoyingly Pepe Lotus 2904 is also 2 seconds away. So really we need to try and regain some of the time we have lost. Coming up this hill now, we are pretty much going to be flat out through this section here, trying to try and gain some time back from the Oxo up in front, who's now 1.4 seconds away. Pepe is also 1.6 seconds away, so Pepe is actually catching up to us, which is not ideal, and Oxo is not getting away from us. Actually, Pepe is 1.4 seconds away now, so yeah, it's not great. And Pepe is now 0.8 seconds away. I was a little bit slow through that section there. Right, braking here, down to second gear and turning in. Kissing the curb on the right, accelerating out of the corner we go. Up the hill and start braking for the corkscrew. There we are, down to second gear, carousel. Why do I call it corkscrew? I don't know, carousel. And away we go. Out the other side now, Pepe is 0.7 seconds away, Oxo is 1.5. Pepe is in the Elantra, and the Elantra is, as everybody knows, a very quick car. I just need to make sure I can keep them at bay without hitting a wall. Oh dear, not again. Oh dear me. And away we go. Another incident. I forgot about that one. So that's 3 incidences I have at this track. Right. Pick yourself up. Tuck your shirt into your trousers, and away we go. I had to think of something then, and it wasn't really iconic. I don't know. Come around this corner now, flat out. No, we're not. Come around this corner now. Really trying to brave these track limits and trying to catch up to Oxo and Toast up in front. Going past the YouTube corner and up the hill we are. Touching the brakes down in 3rd gear. Wanted to get tight to that curb on the left, and then you can pretty much ride this curb on the right on the way out. Then we are almost flat out down here. Gonna brake just after the jump. There it is. Down to 4th gear, turning in, start powering on, getting up power as early as you can. Then you get a great run down through this back fast section. Gonna be pretty much balls to the wall, flat out down here. And you can see this Astra is actually putting up a really great fight to the Elantra behind, but the Elantra is reeling me in thanks to the slipstream they're going to receive from myself. A little bit of kiss from behind. Coming around here, got to be ever so careful in this part because you can carry so much speed and not realize you're carrying said speed and end up going into a wall or something. And we have a Pepe Lotus and Nikovac. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong there. Right behind. So yeah, that's not great news. That's 2 cars there and one's in the slipstream. Annoyingly, Oxo and Toast is almost 2 seconds away, so they are not in said slipstream. Anyway, flat out down this back section here, Pepe Lotus is going to go for a move. I don't think Nikon Vac 13 behind is in a position to claim anything at the moment. They're 0.8 seconds away. Pepe Lotus, I'm going to give him a little bit of a... I was aiming really to go up behind them and push them along this back straight, but clearly I couldn't. So we end up pulling each other along and actually getting away from position 4 right now. And it's going to be a case of who has the biggest bottle here. I do, clearly, because they break, which is nice. Thank you ever so much, Pepe. And who's that behind? Nikon Vac just sent it through Pepe, and the ghosted system worked, and he... What? So he gained from being ghosted. That is weird. I don't know what to say about that. Anyway, going for another set medium tyres. I had 70% of my tyres left, and I didn't know whether to go for soft tyres or stick onto mediums. So I played it safe again for an absolutely no point of a reason. So anyway, coming out here now, we are in front of Dear Wolf, who is in a Ford Focus. Nikon Vac is in position 1 because they didn't pit, so I can only presume they are on hard tyres. I was kind of tempted not to go into the pits. I had 70% tyres left, so I've used 30% on 1 lap. And my thoughts were, if I then use another 30%, which leaves me with 40% left, by the time I get round to the pits again, I'll be on to moderate wear. But at what point of the race would I click onto minor wear? And that is what was concerning me. So yeah, I thought, I don't know. I thought play it safe. I'm not here to... Well, obviously everybody's here to win a race. I just thought, yeah, I don't know. I played it too safe and too cautiously. And that is where I went slightly wrong. Played it too cautiously on a tyre strategy and then pushed it too hard in the race. To compensate for my cautiousness. Oh, Flash, you're an idiot sometimes. Coming around here now, pretty much flat out. Oxo and Toast is 2 seconds away. Not too sure where Pepe Lotus has gone. I think they had an incident getting into the pits, if I remember correctly. But we are flat out through here now, braking down to 3rd gear, turning in down to 2nd, and kissing that curve on the inside, accelerating out of the corner. I could have gone through a little bit quicker there. And away we go. Now, Oxo and Toast still 1.9 seconds away. Flat out down this section here. Coming up to the corner I get sketched out on, which is just here. Sometimes in the Astra, the back end likes to carry on turning and overtake me, but was not the case this time around. And sometimes I usually go straight on here. but I've also learned that braking is quite effective to not going gardening. Coming around here now, and away we go flat out again, trying to catch up to Oxo, who's now still 1.9 seconds away. To be fair though, I'm actually really impressed at how the Astra is keeping up with the Audi up in front. And I'm kind of curious what tyre compound the Audi is also on. Anyway, coming around here, we are actually catching up to Oxo, 1.6 seconds away right now, and tie into this corner and accelerating out the other side. Pretty much nailing it down this hill, touch of the brakes on the left, and then coming around here. Now this corner is a bit janky, so want to play it safe. It looks wider than what it is, but it is wider than what you don't think it is. Brake into this corner now, and I braked a little bit late and end up going into the most stupid tyre wall in the world. Stupid tyre wall in the world. I can't believe that tyre wall. It sticks out so far, and it's one of my banes. It really is. I could not believe that, how the back, I couldn't catch that rear end from keep stepping out, and the tyre wall sticks out so far. I was hoping to just be able to pull it off just before I got to the wall, and it just didn't work. Anyway, moving on. Flat out down here now, Dear Wolf has managed to take that position from me, and Pepe Lotus is behind 0.6 seconds away. Not getting the fastest exit up this hill, which is going to compromise my hill speed, annoyingly. It really is one of those corners back there that you really have to play it perfectly and really maximize the corner exit, and that's what matters for going up this hill. Pepe Lotus is looking to make a move, but they're not got the momentum to make said move yet, which is thankful, quite really, to be honest. I'm kind of grateful for that. So coming up here now, touch of the brakes down to 5th gear, kiss of the curb there, went a little bit too much onto the curb and actually compromised quite a bit of speed. Coming around here now, actually 0.8 seconds away from the Wolf up in front. Breaking down a 2nd gear here now, loving the Punisher logo on the back of their car, and away we go. Getting right up behind him, 0.5 seconds away. Pepe is 0.4 seconds away. Kiss into the carousel and up the inside of the Wolf behind. Pepe Lotus is also right up my trumpet here, 0.1 seconds away. So I'm going to let them go and let them take that position. It's just easier that I get pulled through by a faster car than it is to compete with a person. Yeah, as you can see that. So I didn't want to get tangled up too much with them or hold them up too much where they get frustrated to a point that I get pushed off track. So it was easier just to be pulled through, let's be honest. And through this section here, they are a little bit quicker than me. I got to give them credit where credit's due on that one. They are definitely quicker than me through this section, and I think a lot of it's down to the car. Sorry, I'm only joking, Pepe. Going through here now, kissing the curb on the right and accelerating out the corner. Still a little bit feeling emotionally battered and bruised from hitting that tyre wall, and it does, no matter what you say. I think it does knock your confidence ever so slightly to again push the vehicle like you would normally after having an incident. It does knock you a little bit, like, you know. Right, coming through here now, flat out down this section here. As soon as we hit the jump, braking down to 4th gear. Coming around here now, flat out again, and you're pretty much flat out for the rest of this section here. Yeah, and it really is balls to the wall flat out. You've got to give it everything you've got and try to remember each corner and maximize the track as best as you can. Like the kissing the curbs like that, and use them to work for you. I mean, Pepe Lotus is 1.8 seconds away, which is quite a lead they've got on this latter section. And annoyingly, quite a lead they've got, because I am no longer going to be in the slipstream of that said car coming down this back straight. Oh, they've gone gardening. That corner is an absolute, there's a word for it that I can't use, but when you dip into that grass, the grass camber pushes you against the fence, so it's such an absolute pig to get out of. And thankfully, I didn't fall into it, but they did. So Pepe Lotus is 1.7 seconds away, and Oxo is 7 seconds away up in front, and Nikon Vac is 17 seconds away up in front. So they're gonna have to pit, I reckon, this round. They're gonna have to, aren't they? I mean, there's no way about that you can get hard tires the last 3 laps. Is there? I mean, that would be impressive. I'll credit where credit's due. If you know hard tires less than 3 laps, I'll try that strategy out. Because, you know, why not? Anyway, coming down here, flat out. Keep it to the right. Coming up the hill. Yeah, Nikon Vac has gone into pits. So, yeah. Braking down to 3rd gear. Turning in. And make sure you enter the pit. It is really narrow. And the amount of people I've known that's gone into the pit. Oh, look. Pepe didn't make the pits. Soft tyres have been chosen. Why not go all out? It's only going to fail once. I want to see if soft tyres are the way forward. We know hard tyres are. They're going to definitely do 2 laps. To an extent, because Nikon Vac's done it. I reckon the latter half of lap 2 might have been a bit sketchy. But it can be done. Medium tyres are totally pointless. So you either go hard or go soft. Anyway, we have the Life Taker up in front. And we managed to get out in front of Ovaloda behind. I think I pronounced that right. Don't know. But yeah, we managed to get out in front of them. That was so I only have to really chance it on one car. So I'm going to really send it on these soft tyres. I mean, Disastra absolutely loves soft tyres. It suits this car ever so well. Medium tyres, not so much because the back end does like to step out. And I reckon hard tyres are probably just as fun. We're coming through here now. We are now 1.5 seconds away from our Life Taker up in front. Need to really push this Astra here. So when we go around this top corner, I'm not going to let off. I'm going to take it absolutely flat out. There we go. A little bit of a tiniest lift there. But away we are. I still don't have the confidence to absolutely send it through that. I know other people do. But yeah, I'd rather play it safe and stay on the black stuff. Now we're 1 second away from the Life Taker up in front. Coming around here now. Again, I know other people take this corner flat out. Again, sorry guys, I just don't have that bottle in me. I've tried it once or twice. It's worked a few times. But many more times after that, I've met the wall. And I think really it is a case of taking it flat out and turning exactly the right spot for that vehicle. And yeah. Coming down here now, we're right up behind the Life Taker up in front, and let off and let them take that corner. See the back end stepping ever so slightly out there, but managed to keep it under control. Coming through this corner section here, getting right up behind the Life Taker and trying to figure out where is the best place to make a move on said car up in front. Because we are down into position 6 right now, and it's not a great place to be. So coming through here now, looking. Can I sneak up the inside here? No. Not a great location to make a move. Okay. And right behind him. Come on, buddy. I am looking to take this position off your hands. No argument. No physical disagreement. But, you know, if you can hand it over to me, I'd be really appreciative. Okay, guess not. They don't want to hand it over to me. They closed that door with a bumper. So we got to play this a little bit better. I mean, I am pushing them hard. I can see that because they are going wide. They are, I mean, they're fighting for that position. I can't credit where credit's due, like, you know. And the Honda Civic is an absolute brilliant car. Because I know all this, I'm going to get right up behind them for this section here. And hopefully they go wide into this braking section now. And I'm going to go nice and shallow. There we go. Thank you ever so much. That is 1 position gain. Now I need to catch up to the orange car before pan doors and also relieve them of position 4 because they don't need it. They don't need it. I need to claim back a bit of dignity here and not crash again. And we've done all right up to now. We're halfway through and we have not crashed ourselves. I should have gone through this section a little bit quicker, but we made it through, and that is what matters. So now we're 1.5 seconds away from the car up in front. Life Taker is 0.7 seconds away. I need to break that toe behind and get away from them because that's the last thing we need is them being able to reel us in on this section here, put us under pressure, and or into a situation. Anyway, we're now 0.8 seconds away from Pandora's up in front. Life taker 0.9. So we are reeling, actually really reeling in Pandora's up in front. We are really, that was out of nowhere quick. Okay, brilliant news. Going to send it up the outside here. Pandora's brakes and lets me through. Thank you ever so much, my friend. Much appreciated. I love it when you see stuff like, because I do it for the people as well. Do you know when you're on a lesser tire compound, you know someone's reeling you in at actually quite an incredible amount of speed, and you sit there and go, oh, I'm just going to block them off, like they're not going to overtake me. You know, sometimes you choose your battles, and you know, and I see that, and I see someone's insanely quicker than me, that's in what, a space of a mile that they've reeled in a second. You know, it's just I hand over the position, the same as Pandora. So thank you ever so much. Much appreciated. It makes it an easier and a cleaner pass. Not only that though, if you do let the car pass in front of you, you can see what they're doing and try and keep up with them and learn what their driving is like, because if they could do it, you can do it. That's my philosophy anyway. I mean, everybody will argue saying it's a race and you shouldn't surrender positions and things like that. I know, each to their own. I think you've got to choose your battles wisely, especially considering we're not even towards the end of the lap. You know, you're going to defend for the whole of this section here and manage to be competitive and not draw other people in. I don't know. It is hard. It's hard to defend at this track, and it's also very hard to overtake. Not only that, it's also very hard to do both and stay consistently fast. Yeah, this track is certainly one of those that will punish anybody who flouts the rules. Right, so braking here now, coming round this section here, and stepping out the other side, flat out through here, and away we go. We are actually 8 seconds up on this lap, which is really good. I'm kind of curious what our best lap is going to be. I mean, all laps are dirty. I mean, I gotta be honest, it's really hard at the rain to do a consistently clean lap. There's no two ways about it. It's not like other tracks where it's, you know, 2 minutes a lap, so you can 2 minutes keep it clean. We got to keep it clean for 8 minutes. You know, I mean, all right, I set a best of a 7:51 at a minute. Round it up, 8 minutes. You got to be consistently perfect through all of these corners. And now I can't remember the 200 and something corners here. You have to let me know down in the comments below how many corners this track has, and be consistent throughout all of that for 8 minutes. Yeah, is very tolling. Oh my gosh, I think we might be actually be getting into the 740s here. Yeah, we are on a mission, and Jackavi 93 is saying a lot in this game. I have no idea what they're saying, but has been very vocal. Yep, talking again and again. But we are flat out down this back section here, topping out 153, which is not bad going, really. I think this Astra has put one hell of a fight up. It's been an absolute blessing to drive. Roof and Fuzz up in front. Oh, what an unusual name. And to be fair, I think it's quite competitive with the right tune, and although the track is unique in itself for cornering, I think it really has shown that this car is now extremely competitive, and is actually brilliant to drive. Besides the few little hiccups I had, I'm going to call it down to user error. 12 seconds as we pass the finish line, so we're going to be setting a best lap time of what, 7:26. Oh my gosh. I mean, the best at the minute is Nikon Vac 66 in the Astra 7:21. So 7:21 is possible. Oh my gosh. And Oxo did a 7:25. He got position 2. That's a shame. Focus ST there got a position 3. Life Taker behind. Pepe managed to overtake Life Taker, and Life Taker overtook Pandora's. Oh. Well, that was a roller coaster of an ending. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.